Puka Nacua has been this NFL season's biggest surprise, so today I'm playing his entire career and not stopping until the day he retires. Will he end up as one of the greatest late round picks in NFL history? We begin our journey in the current day NFL with Puka as an 82 overall with superstar development already. We know he's only going to get better and better throughout his career, but will he stay with the Rams forever? Now from here, we're simming to the end of the season, and we'll do so each and every year while tracking Puka's career every step of the way until Puka actually makes the Super Bowl, which at that point I'll step in to play the entire game and try my absolute best to get him his first ring. Well, safe to say the Rams season didn't end on a hot streak, but I'm sure Puka will be glad that he didn't come in last place. I mean, the offense wasn't terrible, but it was definitely average, and the defense was about the same. Team's definitely gonna have to be a lot better if they're gonna make it back to a Super Bowl with Puka. I mean, definitely not a horrible season for Matt Stafford, just the problem is I don't know if he's gonna be the long-term answer at quarterback, because with him being 35 years old, he's only gonna get worse. God, this team could not run the ball at all. Now, Puka in his rookie season ends up with 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns, which is not too shabby for a rookie. Not to mention, he's already making progress towards his ultimate career challenge. He also needs to make at least 3 Pro Bowls, has to accumulate 10,000 plus career receiving yards, has to win at least 1 Offensive Player of the Year, and of course has to win the Super Bowl. And if Puka does complete all of his career objectives, I have to buy a Puka jersey and give it to a random lucky subscriber in the comments. Which kind of sucks, 'cause I'd like to have a Puka jersey for myself, which with him already being up to an 83 overall superstar as a rookie, dude, he's 22. Like, this man could turn into one of the best receivers of all time, which is ridiculous when you consider he's a freaking 5th round draft pick. Coming in the top 10 receiving yards as a rookie is wild. No MVP votes for him just yet, though. No Offensive Player of the Year votes yet either. But trust me, the best is yet to come. I guess he didn't make the Pro Bowl, which is kind of disappointing. And it's a miracle the Cowboys didn't win the Super Bowl in season number 1 of franchise. It looks like Matt Stafford at least didn't retire just yet. I do want to see how much Puka's quarterback regressed, though. Down to a 78 overall with normal development. The front office has got to make some moves, man, because outside the receivers, this offense is pretty terrible. And outside of Aaron Donald, same thing with the defense. So we've got to pay close attention to what our front office does this offseason. Hopefully they spend some money to put talent around Puka so this team can actually go on a Super Bowl run eventually. Oh my God, all we did was sign a single cornerback. What are we doing here? I swear, when the computer takes control of what the team does in the offseason, bro, they are brain dead. I guess we just gotta hope they draft the quarterback of the future here. Here we have it, fellas, the moment of truth. Okay, now, to be fair, that's a pretty incredible draft class. Honestly, a lot better than what I expected. So this is how the offense looks heading into the season. This is what the defense is looking like. And I mean, if we're being completely honest, I would be kind of shocked if this team won any more than 8 games this season. I just hope Puka has a good year too. And how hilarious is this? We win 8 games, but somehow that makes the playoffs. Safe to say, I'm not asking questions. I mean, the offense went quite a bit backwards this season. Defensively, we improved quite a bit, so I'll take that. And a couple more interceptions this season, but about the same production from Matthew. This team averaged, what, about 3.6 yards per carry? Like, that's pretty terrible. Now, the most important, how did Puka do this season? He had only 700 yards with 7 touchdowns. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm sort of worried how Puka's progression is gonna be halted because of this guy. Cooper Kupp is still technically the #1 receiver, and he still has another 3 seasons left on his contract. But I mean, at least Puka did improve up to an 85 overall, so at least he's slowly but surely getting better. I mean, I guess at least Cooper Kupp got an Offensive Player of the Year vote. Now, what are the odds this 8-9 Rams team can actually go on a Mickey Mouse Super Bowl run? They have to get past the Detroit Lions first, and they get a 3-point dub. Tutu Atwell led the team in receiving, but at least Puka had a touchdown. Now, what are the odds we can travel to San Francisco and upset the 13-4 Niners, who are 91 overall across the board? I mean, this would be one of the biggest upsets in NFL playoff history. I'm just really not feeling it. I'm not expecting much, and yeah, that gosh dang Brock Purdy, man. I mean, at least Puka did score in both of his first 2 playoff games. That shows you we just need our front office to actually do something productive this offseason. Like, are you kidding kidding me? Such a stupid game. Am I surprised Stafford still hasn't retired? And he's still owed $50 million the next 2 seasons? Brother, he's a 75 overall. Just call it quits. And into the offseason, crazy enough, it looks like Cooper Kupp got his X Factor back. I'm still hoping that Puka can become an X Factor himself. I mean, he's up to an 86 overall already, so he's just like a good season away from becoming a 90. And absolutely insane to me that the rookie that we drafted outside linebacker is already an X Factor himself. So at least this defense is improving. Here's the hope in the front office actually spend some of the $100+ million that's available. So for starters, at least they had the decency to re-sign Aaron Donald. And did we actually sign free agents this offseason? Oh my god, dude, yes we did. A massive influx of talent joining Los Angeles. So already the offense is looking a trillion times better, aside from the fact we lost Tyler Higbee apparently. And this defense looks pretty freaking good on their own. I'm still hoping in the upcoming draft they can get the quarterback of the future somehow. As long as this class is half as good as last year's, I'll take it. So definitely not as good as last season's draft, and I don't really think Alex Johnston from Ball State's our quarterback of the future. At least we got 2 starters out of it. Wait, where did Tyler Higbee come from? I do have to say though, this is by far the best team we've had yet. With Matt Stafford being such a low overall though, I just don't know if this team can make it to the playoffs in back-to-back years. Gosh dang it, dude, we went backwards. How are we gonna catch the 16-1 49ers? I mean, at least our offense drastically improved. I mean, at least Matt Stafford threw for more yards this season, a few more interceptions though. And it's obvious that the signing of Elijah Mitchell had a massive impact on the running game. And Puka in his 3rd season with a massive 1,200-yard year, almost 1,300 yards with 8 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp had more grabs in him, but Puka had more yardage. So at least that's another 1,000-yard season. Now I'm curious to see if Puka finally got some Offensive Player of the Year votes. CMC won the award, but it's crazy to me that it looks like Cooper Kupp got a vote, but Puka didn't. But good news is that he did make his first career Pro Bowl. So regardless, it was a super successful season. This team could just address the quarterback position this offseason. I'm telling you, this team's on the right trajectory. And quite the shocker, you know, that the 16-1 Niners lost the Super Bowl by 3 touchdowns. I'm curious, was this the offseason where Puka finally became an X Factor? No, but at least he's now up to an 88 overall. And at this point, my friends, Puka only has 1 more season on his contract, so this upcoming year might be his last in Los Angeles. I mean, would you really blame him if he wanted to go elsewhere to become a wide receiver 1? Especially with Matthew Stafford down to a 72 overall. I just hope that the front office spends money like they did last offseason. So definitely not as productive as last offseason, but hey, at least we didn't lose Aaron Donald. Now can this team finally draft the quarterback of the future for Puka? And yes, my friends, the Rams go quarterback in the 1st round. Now will Simon Young be the quarterback to lead this team to another Super Bowl? I was worried, but he does have hidden development, so he at least is gonna have stars, so maybe this guy's the answer? He looks like a thumb though. In the next season, the number 1 question is Simon Young the guy? Because again, keep in mind, with this being Puka's last season of his rookie contract with the Rams, if the young rookie quarterback sucks, it might be in his best interest to sign elsewhere this upcoming offseason. And the team goes 8-9 again. Gosh dang it. Literally barely missed the playoff spot. At least I can be happy the Cowboys suck. Wow, a massive step backwards from the offense. The defense, they were horrible too. I mean, that's a pretty good season, I must say, from a freaking rookie quarterback. Again, this team just couldn't run the ball. And unfortunately, Puka did take a step backwards this season. Didn't quite eclipse 1,000 yards, but did eclipse double-digit touchdowns. And he did finally reach the 90 overall mark, so if he does leave Los Angeles, he should get a pretty big payday in the offseason. Freaking Hunter Renfrow is getting Offensive Player of the Year votes, but I don't see Puka anywhere. He didn't even make a 2nd Pro Bowl. Oh no. God, we lost Aaron Donald, David Bakhtiari, and Matthew Stafford all in the same offseason. At least that now means we have $167 million to spend. Front office has got to make some massive moves here, or we're gonna suck next year. That's if Puka even resigns. As of now, he's still here. And yes, Puka did sign a 3-year contract worth about $60 to $70 million. So please actually spend some money around Puka this offseason. We picked up Latu's 5th-year option and re-signed Cooper Kupp to a 2-year deal. Now, do we actually spend some money to replace these 3 guys? And yes, my friends, we did. We signed a ton of players. Honestly, I respect it. I didn't realize our young QB won Rookie of the Year. I'll take that. And one big thing moving forward is the fact that Puka finally is this team's undisputed #1 wide receiver. Just kind of worried about this defense, though, now that we lost Aaron Donald. I hope to God we can sign a stud defensive end to replace Aaron Donald in this draft. And they didn't even replace Aaron Donald, man. They just got a bunch of offensive linemen. Headed to 2027, and I really hope for Puka's sake this team can make the playoffs, because Puka deserves a shot to play in the Super Bowl. I'd like to thank Pristine Auction for sponsoring today's video. If you don't know about PristineAuction.com, they are the most trusted sports memorabilia and collectibles auction site. Your auctions on PristineAuction.com start at just $1, and each day there's over 1,000 autographed items available, so you win signed authentic signatures at an affordable price. Deals are always happening at PristineAuction.com, and they have just about every player you could want, including Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and so many more. And every item on PristineAuction.com comes with a certificate of authenticity from the industry's most reputable authenticators, PSA, Beckett, Fanatics, and more. Upgrade your collection of signed memorabilia today and get $10 off your first item won when you use my registration code RBT. Now, the moment I'm recording this, there's some crazy 10-minute auction stuff going down. There's also some cool daily auctions. How hilarious, they have some Taylor Swift stuff on auction alongside some Travis Kelce items. On top of that, you got some other really cool stuff on auction, which, as I mentioned, every single day there's crazy items on auction going down. And again, you can sign up to Pristine Auction by clicking the link in the description box below, and make sure you use registration code RBT to get $10 off your first purchase. Finally, for the first time in Puka's career, his team wins the division. And of course, we had to get matched up against the Cowboys. Our offense, at least this time, was above average, and defensively also above average. I'm really loving the way this youngster's improving at quarterback. I mean, 4,300 yards, under 10 interceptions. This team still just can't run the ball, though. Now, how did Puka's first season go as the #1 receiver? Almost 1,300 yards with 14 touchdowns. And look at Darnell Thompson coming out of nowhere with a 1,000-yard season. Cooper Kupp didn't even get 1,000 yards. Another big season of vital progress. Obviously, no MVP votes for the wide receiver, but did he finally get his first Offensive Player of the Year vote? Yes, he did. He came in 7th, so there is some hope. At the end of the season, he's up to a 92 overall, so maybe, just maybe, there's a possibility he can join the 99 club before it's over with. Also want to check and see if he made his 2nd Pro Bowl. Of course he did. Getting super close to completing his first career objective. Now, after all of this, I am begging that we do not get first rounded by the Dallas Cowboys. We get a home playoff game. We should be winning this, and we get the dub. I mean, not much going on in this game offensively. Thank God for Chris Page and his 2 rushing touchdowns. Who is this? After all that, Puka only had 1 catch. I know we're going to need a better performance here from our offense. If we are going to advance into the conference championship, we have to beat the Panthers at home, and we get another dub. But look who we play in the championship. Ran the ball okay in this one. Puka actually had a pretty big performance. Decent amount of yardage. And if we do somehow get revenge on the 49ers, we will have to play either Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen in the Super Bowl. God, the 49ers are still so good, dude. Gonna sim it this way because it causes a little bit more anticipation. So defense is gonna start with the ball here. Can we just please get off to a fast start? The Niners driving down the field. They get a field goal. At least they didn't score a touchdown. Our offense didn't score. It's 10-0 already. We finally got a touchdown before the half. Ended, and we got another touchdown. We take the lead. Come on, please, bro. Please, 11-point game. Come on, pile it on. 28-10. Please hang on. Oh, God. They scored. We scored again. But we get the dub. Let's go. 31-24. The Los Angeles Rams advance into the Super Bowl as we got an incredible performance from the youngster at quarterback. And I mean, that's a great game from Puka, but come on now. You got to give credit to the veteran with his 3 touchdowns. Now time to advance into the Super Bowl, either the Bills or the Chiefs, and we get Patrick Mahomes. Beat the Chiefs, yeah, dude. We are going to need every upgrade possible. And interesting enough, Puka is going to be up to a 93 overall. Now, if I don't win this game, I do have to give away a copy of Madden 24 to a random subscriber in the comments. And with me having to spend so much money on Christmas presents coming up, I don't want to waste money on another copy of Madden. Oh, God, Patrick Mahomes gets the ball first. And we somehow didn't allow points on the first drive. Now, let's see if we can get Puka going here. Let's make sure we don't throw a pick and force it to him. First pass to the tight end. He's going to drop it. Second down and 10. Have an open receiver here. Overthrow. Oh, my God. What are you doing? Bro, he was wide open. Look how open he is, dude. Talk about an overthrow. And the Chiefs scored just like that. Like, that's my worst nightmare. All right, can we, not throw 2 picks in 2 possessions? I know I'm not the best Madden player in the world, but that was just a horrible throw. And now we're getting sacked. Second down and 22. Cooper Kupp's got a little space. He's going, he's going to drop it now, too. What the frick is going on? Where's freaking Matthew Stafford when you need him? I'm just going to heave this deep to Cooper Kupp. He's there. He's there. Put your hands up. He didn't put his hands out to try and catch the ball. This has been an absolute nightmare, and they're about to get more points. First and goal. Oh, at least we held them to a field goal. Let's just slow things down and run the ball a little bit. Page with a nice little 9-yard gain. Try a little cheeky screen pass here. Got some blockers out in front. Page is going to pick up the first. Going to stick with the hurry up. Puka wide open. Gonna catch the ball, pick up another first. That's his first grab of the Super Bowl. That's gonna be the end of one, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a horrific start. But it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Hand this pigskin off here to James Cook, and he's going absolutely nowhere. Somehow turned it into a 4-yard gain, though. Actually gonna try it again. Cut it back to the other side. James Cook, first down. Kind of a risky call, but it worked out in our favor. Oh my God, he's open. Puka, what are you doing? This quarterback is horrible. And he makes that throw. And he makes that throw. What's going on? Play action. Just dump it off. James Cook gonna get about 4 yards. This drive has got to end in 7, though. Like, it's got to. Puka over the middle. He's gonna make the grab and drop it, actually. Biggest 3rd down and 6 of my life. Cooper Kupp of all people, touchdown Rams. Got the ball to our veteran receiver. We needed that big time. And the Chiefs already in plus territory. Thank God our defense is starting to come up huge. I'm going to try to heave this deep. Hit him in stride. Hit him in stride. Puka Nacua, stay on your feet. 96 yards. Huge. What a throw from our young quarterback out of the back of his own end zone. Hits Puka in stride. Gets tripped up, regains his balance, and before you know it, the Los Angeles Rams take the lead. Although the Chiefs, they're moving the football. And holy crap, somehow, some way, we just held him to another field goal. The Kupp is about to be wide open. JK, we'll just throw it to Puka and he gets overthrown. What is this quarterback's problem? Somebody please get wide open here so I don't have to stress out. Oh no, do I just throw this up like a punt? You know what? I'm gonna heave it deep. Puka, please! So close, so close. And thankfully, our defense forced a 3 and out, so maybe we could do something here with 20 more seconds. Gotta be a big play, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. There he is. There he is. Please, 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 please. Did he hang on? Bang! The main man strikes again. Oh, no. I thought he was out of bounds. What the frick? Was he not? That's horrible. I would have called a timeout if I knew he was out of bounds. Now, I guess he was down in bounds. The clock had just stopped in between plays, so I assumed he went out of bounds. So when the clock started running fast, whenever I picked my play, I was confused. Can't be having mental errors in the Super Bowl. Yeah, the running back on a linebacker, James Cook, please. He overthrew it. Oh my God, that should have been a touchdown. That should have been a 75-yard touchdown. James off to tackle. This time, he's going to get a first down, about 14 yards. Now I'm going to try to hit him here with a quick play action. Tight end wide open, and the quarterback's horrible. What are you doing? I guess we're just going to run the football here again. What a nice move there from James Cook. Like, it should have been stopped in the backfield, but that little wiggle got him open for the first. Super Cup over the middle, and he drops the ball again. We've had so many drops. All that's working right now is James Cook, and it continues to work. I guess this is the point where we say, let's let Cook cook, so we'll just hand the ball off to him again, and he gets another first down and more. He can be out right outside the red zone. Play action. Got this tight end who's wide open. He's going to make a man miss. He's going to pick up the first down. What a move. Can we do it again? Can we do it again? Oh, no. Oh, that's on me. That's all on me. Much rather 7 here than a field goal. There he is, wide open, please. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, my God. You're Puka Nacua, bro. You're supposed to hang on to those. Need somebody to step up here. Oh, God. Oh, no. We have to settle for 3. I mean, I guess at least at this point, it's not a 1-point game anymore, but I'm disappointed we didn't get the touchdown. Chiefs, let me tell you, dudes, they're moving that football. 3rd down and 19. They're going to kick a field goal of their own, I think. Back to a 1-point game. I think it's safe to say, boys, this one's going to come right down to the wire. Hand this one off the page, and he's going to be able to fall forward for the first. Oh, my gosh, he's past the defense, and we got hit as we threw. That was about to be a 30-40 yard gain. You guys might very well want to know why it's a 3rd down and 35. Honestly, I don't know how we got here either. I just hope we can get 35 yards on this play somehow. I mean, I'm just going to heave it deep. And he's going to come down with the catch. Puka's going to come down with the catch. And there's a flag, though. Personal foul, face mask against the defense. We just picked up a 3rd down and 35. Chiefs very well could have got the ball back and ran the clock out, kicked a field goal to win the game. But yet here we are moving the ball towards the 10-yard line. I do not want to give Patrick Mahomes a chance to win the game on the last drive. But, God, best believe I'm running this ball right up the middle. Page, 1st down and more. 1st down and more. Touchdown! Now, we're forced with a massive question here. The smart thing here is probably to go up on top by 8. But no, dude, we're going for the win right now. Wish me luck. Puka, over the middle of the quarterback, overthrows him by 7 yards. What is your issue? Like, there's a good chance he can catch this football. Like, why'd you overthrow him by so much? God, now a Chiefs touchdown ties the game, but our defense just forced a 3 now. You know what? Not asking questions. And as much as I do want to kind of try and throw this to get a big play, I'm just going to get out of my own end zone here. Pick up, you know, a nice little 9 yards, which that, my friends, is going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. We are 2 minutes away from bringing another Super Bowl to Los Angeles. I mean, I guess we'll just hand the football off again, and we got just enough. Chiefs are starting to call their timeout, so 1 more 1st down should be enough to clinch it. I'm going to try to catch him off guard, hit him with a little screen pass here. Blockers out in front. This could be it, boys. Make sure we stay in bounds. 1st down. Another 1st down without a shadow of a doubt. Clinches us another Super Bowl. Page up the middle. And he got stopped. That's kind of anticlimactic. To clinch a Lombardi trophy, quarterback sneak from our young quarterback. And he didn't get it. Oh, no. What do we do? What do we do? Honestly, part of me just wants to try it again. Do I go quarterback sneak, or do I just try to throw the football? What do I do? I'm going back to quarterback sneak. Please, dude, to clinch the freaking Super Bowl. He got it. Let's go. 23-16. The Rams and Puka Nacua grab a ring. As I'm curious, whoever they lift up here is going to be Super Bowl MVP. Is it going to be Puka? Is it going to be Puka? Yes, it is. Puka wins his first Super Bowl. He wins Super Bowl MVP. And as this is officially Puka's first career objective completed, he's still got a long ways to go if he wants to complete his career challenge. Now, with us winning the Super Bowl and this being the offseason, I am interested if this is finally when Puka became an X Factor. And yes, my friends, it is! Development trade increased immediately after the Super Bowl. Well deserved. And he's only 27, which means he still has multiple years left for his overall to progress. So he still very well could find a way to become a member of that 99 club. And maybe, just maybe, he could win another Super Bowl in LA before his contract expires. Now, some more movement. We did have our young quarterback move up to superstar. are. And as you probably noticed, as you see right here, some bad news. Cooper Kupp and Ryan Ramczyk call it quits, although they had multi-year contracts. So we're gonna have to see what our front office does to replace those two, because surely the front office wants to keep the Super Bowl window open, so just spend some money here. Okay, so we're back to signing literally nobody. I don't understand. You had 75 mil to spend! Well, following that, hopefully this is a star-studded draft class. Well, that's freaking trash. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this season, I would kind of be surprised if we did beat out the 49ers again to win the division. And what I tell you, back to the LA Rams 8-9 special. Our offense sucks again. Our defense is back to being mid. Ooh, quite a few picks thrown from our young QB. It's like his play from the Super Bowl carried over to the next regular season. This team just can't run the freaking ball. Like, why? There's our man, though, once again leading the team in receiving yards. Almost 1,200 yards, 8 more touchdowns. Now up to a 95 overall. Now, did he make his third Pro Bowl? Unfortunately, no. But still another successful individual season from Puka. Now, I am assuming, yeah, he didn't get a single vote for Offensive Player of the Year. This is for sure going to be the toughest challenge on his objective list. He's got to win one of these for you guys to win a Puka jersey. I think all this stinky season comes down to our front office not spending money in the offseason. Well, safe to say the Chiefs made up for last year. God, there we go again, losing 2 of our massive starters. Some strange moves here in the offseason as our 82 overall tight end has decided to become an X factor. Gotta make some big moves again in the offseason. Like, our front office is just too inconsistent. I don't know what they're ever gonna do. And same thing on defense. Like, we need a brand new D-line. We need brand new safety tandem. I mean, we got 100 mil to spend. If we don't sign one single free agent again, I'm telling you, there's some sort of collusion going on. Hey, at least we signed 2 players this offseason. Like, 2's better than none. Now, this time around, can we please draft players that'll actually do something for us? I mean, we got a good corner. Got a good free safety, I guess, to start, but I don't know. It kind of looks disappointing. Next season's upon us. The question is, does this team have enough to make it back to the playoffs? Honestly, I just really don't know if we did enough last season to improve enough to reclaim the division from the Niners. What I freaking tell you, dude, we got even worse. I mean, our offense at least improved a little bit, and this time it's our defense that goes backwards. I mean, you can't really ask for too much from your quarterback. I mean, he only threw 3 interceptions all year. It's this stupid freaking running game. 3.3 yards per carry. That's like not good enough. But Puka's still putting in a shift here. 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns, which is good for his 5th 1,000 yard season of his career, which completes another career challenge. And he did improve up to a 96. Keep in mind, he's only 28 still, so that 99 club is still a possibility. And I went to go check, and it seems like they did already give him a 5-year contract extension, which will keep him in Los Angeles until the 2034 season. Now, did he actually get some votes for Offensive Player of the Year? No. Like, that's gonna be impossible. Now, I do want to check the Pro Bowl roster and see if he made his 3rd Pro Bowl. Oh, no, dude. I think he got snubbed. Now, we got the Bucks and Christian McCaffrey winning Super Bowl. I have to say, fellas, kind of disappointing because he did regress a little bit after the Super Bowl. Why? I don't freaking know. Because he's not even 30 years old yet, coming off one of the best seasons of his career. So, like, why does that automatically mean he's going to get worse? Now, time to sim through the offseason again with 80 million to spend to inevitably have our front office not sign a single gosh dang player. Unacceptable. My day is ruined. If we can draft just like 499 overall players here, I'll call it even. I mean, we did get a decent defensive end in the first round, but like, what's the point in drafting this quarterback when we already have our franchise guy? You can thank our front office for this, but again, I'd be super surprised if we made the playoffs this season. And what do you know, dude? We get even worse. I mean, at least our offense is middle of the pack, and our defense was top 5. What is going on? I mean, it's not like our quarterback had a bad season. I mean, 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns to only 4 picks. That dang 3.1 yard per carry average is disgusting. disgusting. But in the meantime, Puka with another pretty incredible season. 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. This is surely good enough to make another Pro Bowl, right? Well, not good enough to get a single Offensive Player of the Year vote. And yes, this season was good enough to make a 3rd Pro Bowl, which is good to officially complete another career challenge. Safe to say, Kansas City did not take losing to us in the Super Bowl lightly, because they have won, I think, 2 out of the last 3 Super Bowls. Now let's see how the front office can disappoint us this offseason. I really want to answer from EA Sports why 95% of the time they do not sign free agents in the offseason. I mean, look at how active the other teams are in free agency, dude. Like, the Seahawks signed, what, like 9 free agents? Like, why don't we ever sign anybody? And it's so important that we get the most out of each season possible, because Puka just turned 30 and he's now down to a 94. So he is slowly but surely going to begin to regress, although he is still considered a top 10 wide receiver. But for you guys to win a Puka jersey, he's got to win an Offensive Player of the Year. And the franchise around him is just not putting him in the best position for success. I mean, honestly, the best thing for our team would probably be to draft a running back in the 1st round. Safe to say we didn't get that running back. We got like the 40th best player in the class. Well, fellas, unfortunately, this is another season where I would be shocked if we made the playoffs, all because of our front office's incompetence. We went 9-8, but it wasn't good enough to win the division. We had one of the worst offenses in the entire league, with another top 10 defense, though. Simon Young continues to be as efficient as humanly possible. 28 touchdowns to 4 picks. Don't understand, like, why do we suck so bad running the ball? At least Puka doesn't suck. Another 1,200 yard season, 7 touchdowns, which, my friends, it officially means Puka has eclipsed the 10,000 career total yard mark, which is good for another career challenge completed. We just somehow need this guy to win the Offensive Player of the Year. Hey, it only took an entire decade for Lamar Jackson to finally get a ring, and golly, Puka all the way down to a 91 overall this time around. God, he lost so many stats after the Super Bowl. Why though? He had a good season. And to my complete surprise, we actually signed 2 mid-free agents this offseason to the tune of $10 million total. Even though we have $57 million in available cap, like, why would you just every season let that just sit there? Why not use it? Yes, we just have an unserious owner and an unserious GM, and the draft is horrible, dude. Absolutely terrible. I mean, we literally drafted, like, what? The 100, maybe the 150th best player in the entire draft with our 1st round pick. What are we doing here? Well, fellas, let's see if this season we can make it back to the playoffs for the first time in, what, 5 years? Did we actually just go 9-8 another time and miss the playoffs again? I mean, this time we had a top 5 offense, but still couldn't make the playoffs, and we had the #1 defense. How did we not make the playoffs? Look at this season from Simon. 4,800 yards, 29 touchdowns. Oh, what do you know? A terrible running game. But did we have a good season from Puka? He kind of down a little bit. The tight end actually had more yards than him. I mean, that's still a very solid season. It's just definitely not gonna win him Offensive Player of the Year, unfortunately. I mean, he still has another season here on his contract, but I really would like to see him go thrive elsewhere. Just have a bad feeling, though, he's gonna be down to like an 87 overall maybe after the Super Bowl. Oh gosh, we're at the point where Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown are retiring. Thank God Puka sticks around for at least another season. And into the off season, he's turned 32. He still has an X factor, but he is down to an 88. So he really only has like a 1 or 2 more season window to even have a chance to win Offensive Player of the Year. Oh wow, another season where we sign a singular free agent. And I mean, look at what some of the other teams are doing around us, bro. I just don't freaking get it. And what do you know? We again draft just a bunch of mid. Is there like an actual way to fire your general manager in franchise mode? Because once again, with our 1st round pick, we drafted what? Like the 60th, 70th best player into next season. Wait, when did we get Pacheco? Well, I'm glad we did, because the backup was a 68 rated. I'm not gonna lie, bro. At this point, I'm just hoping we can see Puka make the playoffs at least one more time. I don't think he's made it since the team won a Super Bowl, like, what, 6-7 years ago? Miracles! Finally, dude, we broke the 9-8 curse. Again, dude, we had a top 5 offense out of nowhere, and defensively, we were just outside the top 10. Simon just went the frick off. A career year, 45 touchdowns to 7 picks, and depending on how many of these went to Puka, this finally could have been the year he won Offensive Player of the Year. Isaiah Pacheco at least had a little bit more success than the last few guys. And here you have it, dude. This could be Puka's final chance to complete his career challenge, and he balled out with 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns. Now, the question, though, is where does that lie in the NFL ranks? God, there's multiple guys with more touchdowns and more yards. We might be screwed. At least for the first time, we had an MVP winner, but unfortunately, no Offensive Player of the Year, although 7th is the highest he's came yet, and at least his good seasons brought him back up to an 89 overall. And crazy that this is the final year of his contract, so this really might be his last chance to do anything in Los Angeles. Now, if this does end up being his last season in LA, I don't think you can complain about 1,300 yards and over 100 receiving touchdowns. That's more than Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones got in their career. And out of just pure curiosity, he hasn't quite made the list of all-time receiving yards. If he plays a few more years, maybe he can make the top 10. In receiving touchdowns, he's also not in the top 10, but he's kind of close. I have to say, though, what a crazy career Brandon Ayuk's had. Now, let's see if Puka's career in Los Angeles could potentially go out with a bang. Let's hopefully at least not get first rounded here by Caleb Williams and the Giants. And we got a big win by 2 touchdowns. I just realized we got to play the Vikings in the next round, who apparently signed Patrick Mahomes. Let's see if we can continue this run and beat Patrick Mahomes and the Vikings in Minnesota. And we lost. Golly, dude. By the skin of our freaking shaft. That dang Patrick. Now, before we see whether or not Puka re-signs here in Los Angeles, I'm kind of curious if he's just going to go ahead and call it quits and retire. At least the Jags kept Patrick Mahomes from winning another Super Bowl. Come on, Puka, please don't tell me you called it quits just yet. Well, Isaiah Pacheco did, so that sucks. But now it looks like Puka's still hanging around. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and simulate straight to the next season and see if Puka remains a Ram, or for the first time in, 12-13 seasons, he's decided to play his football elsewhere. Wouldn't blame him if he was tired of the California taxes. Now we have it, the moment of truth, and Puka is still a Los Angeles Ram. And to my surprise, he is still a superstar X Factor, but down to an 86 overall. Now I'm assuming at this point in his career, they probably just signed him to an actual 3-year contract. That's a shocker. I was for sure it was going to be a 1-year deal. Let's see if he can put up at least one more incredible season to give him somewhat of a shot to win that freaking tainted award. And to my surprise, back-to-back 11-6 seasons. And again, a top 5 offense with the middle of the pack defense. Not quite the 40-plus passing touchdowns he had last year, but this was probably another MVP for Simon. And wow, Leon actually outgained him in terms of yards and receptions, but Puka with a career-high 16 receiving touchdowns, which was good enough to lead the NFL, tied with KJ Cummings. I mean, leading the league in touchdowns always gives him a shot. Not gonna lie, I would be shocked, and it goes to Caleb Williams. He did come top 5 though, although 5th place isn't good enough to complete his challenge. But he's not done yet. Man hasn't retired, but now his focus has moved on to Caleb Williams and the New York Giants. He doesn't want to get embarrassed in first rounded, and he didn't get embarrassed in first rounded because now he has to take on the Bears. Can we advance to the conference championship for only the 2nd time in Puka's entire career? No, I'm not gonna lie, dude. A 2-point loss is depressing. Our front office's inability to invest in our running game blows my mind because it's the only thing that has been holding this freaking team back. Oh no, we have Michael Penix retiring. We have Patrick Mahomes, George Pickens retiring. Oh no, brother, you were still an X Factor. Why? Gosh dang it, he came so close. But don't get me wrong, dude. Puka Nacua still came in and had the 10th best career of any wide receiver. Don't get why he would have retired as an 82 overall though. But regardless, still an incredible, super consistent career, all with the LA Rams, and not to mention a Super Bowl. Definitely think Rams fans would be happy if Puka's career turned out like this. Now hopefully you enjoyed enough to subscribe to the channel, and if you did, you can click right here to watch another video where I played through the career of a 99 overall rookie quarterback. And I have to admit, this is probably the craziest player career I have ever uploaded to my channel.